I am super rough on all of my stuff. And if you don't believe me, this is my Apple Watch. I managed to break my Elite strap in not 2 pieces, but 3. And the phone that I am currently using to record is my 20-somethingth phone. Yes, I am rough on stuff. And so when Kiwi Design reached out to me and said that they wanted me to review their Pro version controller grips cover, I was like, yeah, I'll do that for sure. But I might destroy it. So Kiwi Design, thank you so much for sending these to me for free, but I really put them through the ringer. Anyway guys, because I'm rough on stuff, I feel like I'm a good person to review things because I am very brutal on things like these controller grips. And so in this review, I'm going to be going over basically 2 things. Number 1, the usability of these controller grips. Are they usable? Can you set them up and do they do what they're supposed to? And then I'm going to go over their durability, meaning do they withstand the forces of G as he goes about his daily life. And at the end of the review, I'm going to give you my general thoughts, which is basically me saying, yes, I'm going to continue using these, and so should you, or no, you shouldn't buy these. So stick around for that. And let's jump straight into my review, my rough on stuff review of the Kiwi Design Pro version controller grips cover. Let's do this. Alright, first and foremost, let's talk about the setup. So inside of your box, you are going to be getting, obviously, the grips themselves with some ring protectors. That's what I'm pulling out right here. And then those black things that I pulled out very first, those are actually, they go on the back of those hand strap things so that it doesn't rub right up against that silicone. And then that little black sheet of paper that I pulled out is actually little straps so that you can put underneath the battery to pop it out easier. Trust me, that's a lot better. So here you go. Here's everything one more time. And yeah, the actual setup itself was pretty straightforward. Essentially, all you got to do is pop off the battery cover on the Oculus Quest controllers, and then you slip it down into the actual cover until you hear a little snap. And once you have it there, you just basically got to button up the front, and then you're ready to go. Thing I did not do with this first controller that I wish I would have was put that little black strap down before I put in the battery. It just makes it easier to pop them out later, so make sure that you do that, and that'll make your life a lot easier when you're changing batteries using these controller grips. But yeah, overall the setup was extremely easy and pretty intuitive. The few things that they didn't specifically say I was able to figure out on my own. One of those things are these little fuzzy black things. Definitely put these on, it'll save the skin on the back of your hand. Alright, so here's my usability playtest results. I basically put these grips on and played through 3 popular VR games. One of them was Beat Saber, the other one was Contractors, and the last one was Stride VR. I feel like these 3 games capture all of the various movements you might find in any kind of VR game. You've got Contractors, which has all the reloading mechanics you might find in any more immersive military sim. You've got Beat Saber, which is obviously just flinging your arms around like crazy. And then you've got Stride, which is kind of non-traditional movement that you might find in other VR games like Gorilla Tag. So I feel like these games gave me a really good idea of how these would perform under almost any kind of VR game. So when it came to Beat Saber, the biggest thing that I was actually worried about was the ring protectors blocking the tracking. I actually played Crab Rave on Expert with the rings on and with the rings off, and I actually failed both times in the exact same spot, so I don't think that these rings interfere with the tracking whatsoever. I did find, though, that this really helped with Beat Saber because I didn't have to grip the controller so tight because of those little hand straps that are on the back. I could just essentially wave my arms around. I didn't have to worry about the controller slipping out of my hand like it usually does when I just play with the controller. So I really liked that. I did find, however, that after a little while, because I had the hand straps so tightly pressed that my hands started getting a little bit numb. So definitely be careful with how tight you pull these if you do get them. But I really did like it. They didn't really slip at all. They did come a little bit loose as I was going, but I can't really expect it to be super tight. So that is one thing to keep in mind. I don't feel like it was enough to like start worrying about the thing actually slipping out of my hand. It was just mostly going from super uber tight to, you know, not as tight as it might be. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I feel like it really passed the Beat Saber test with flying colors. The next game I played was Contractors, and the reason that I played it is because I wanted to make sure that using these grip controller covers, I could also do all of the reload mechanics that are in games like Contractors, Onward, and Pavlov. And what I found is that these grips did not interfere with the pistol reloading, which was the one that I was the most worried about, obviously, because, you know, with the little bit of extra material and stuff that these grips add to the bottom of the Quest controller, when you're trying to do a pistol reload, you kind of have to, you know, finesse your way into that. But I didn't find it made too much of a difference, actually. I actually found that when doing a dual wield of a single-handed weapon, like a pistol, it was really nice because I could actually just kind of rest my second hand on the bottom of the controller. And so I feel like that was nicer than what it is when I just have like the plain controllers. But overall, all of the, like, you know, precise interactions you have to do with like reloading a gun and stuff, I found no issue with. Little bit different, obviously. And the other thing is, because of the way these grips are designed and having the over the back of the hand grip strap on the back, you have to kind of get used to the new way that your hand is positioned. But I actually found that it placed my finger like more on the tip of the trigger, which I found just super great for getting quicker shots off. And so I actually really liked it. If you're worried about pistol reloading and interactions like that, I was able to do it just fine inside of contractors. I haven't tried out Onward, but if that does cause an issue, I'll be sure to put it down in the comments. But so far, these grips cause no issues with, you know, fine interactions like on Onward, Pavlov, and such. The last game I tried out using these grips was Stride, because I think that this non-typical locomotion type like you find in Gorilla Tag and Stride is something worth testing. And mostly I was trying to see if like they would slip off my hands or if the grips would be weird while I was, you know, running around and doing these non-typical locomotion types you sometimes find in VR. And no complaints here. Honestly, having that back strap is such a relief. It like just lets your hand relax a little bit more. So I'd say that it passes the non-typical locomotion test as well. Alright, it's now time for my thoughts on durability. I only have one major concern, and it's this little piece right here that pulls up as I put my hand out. I feel like if anything's going to break on that, it's going to be this first. But this is going to be like an ongoing test. If anything breaks, I'm going to for sure put it down in the comments, so definitely check down there. If I break anything or anything happens, it'll be posted there. There you go. There's the usability and durability analysis that I ran on these grips. And now for my overall opinion. I really like these. I think that anyone who has a bigger hand like I do, this is a great option for you. One of my biggest problems with the Oculus Quest 2 has been how small the controllers are. And this has essentially solved that problem. I do have a couple of concerns about the durability, and it takes a little bit of getting used to adjust your grip. But for the most part, I didn't find any games or anything that broke because of these grips, if that makes sense. So yes, I really like these and highly recommend them to anyone who is looking for a good controller grip that gives that index, valve index finger glove? Can't remember what they call them. But gives that feel, very durable, and provides a lot of protection actually. So I fully plan to keep using these grips, and if any kind of durability issue comes up, I am going to post it in the comments and pin it. So definitely go check out the comments for any pinned posts, because that's where I'm going to be putting any updates to any breaks or anything that happens to this in the future. But as of right now, they've held up really well, and I plan to keep on using them. And if you want to check them out, I've left a link in the description below. But yeah, I really like these grips. Thank you again to Kiwi Design for sending them to me. I had a really good time reviewing them. If there's any other products you guys would like me to review, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to review more products. That's all for me, guys. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and it'll make it so that I can keep reviewing cool stuff like this, and so that I can get my video game out there. If you don't know about that, I'll leave a link to a playlist in the description or in the post-credits thing that we do on YouTube. You know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.